This is only possible because of the power of Jesus working in somebody's life. Amen? And I think about your story and what God is doing now with you and Jordan leading that life group. And there are people in your room, I mean, not your room, but your apartment, right, in your living room. You look at them and it's like, we have no idea what God is going to do with those people. Like, who's next is what I keep wondering about. And then as we were thinking about this theme to the next generation, of course we have to think, who came before? Who came before Chris? And before that person, and before that person? Because in order for Justin to be here tonight, in order for the hundreds of people who will come in generations, there had to be someone before them to commend the works of God. And friends, we have the incredible privilege to invite 10 generations before Justin up to the stage right now. So friends, please come on up here if you're in the room. And I will step back. You can give them a round of applause. They will introduce themselves. And the band will also come up as well. So we have a couple of them who are going to be joining us from video, but it's so cool because these guys right over here were some of my closest friends in college, and I had no idea, like 14 years ago, that these guys were going to influence all of these guys to then get to the three on the end, who I've had the incredible privilege of spending so much time with as the life group coordinator and having them go through the life groups program. So you guys, this is incredible. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Tell us who you are.
Well, 14 years ago, or however long it was, we didn't think Noel was going to be a pastor, so that is, you guys talk about the Lord working. What a miracle. Anyway, we love Noel. I'm Skylar, and I live in Zealand, work in Grand Rapids. My wife, Ashley, and 2 kids, we're all over in West Michigan there. Campus ministry has given me only everything. I met my wife through campus ministry, and I was led to campus ministry through a couple guys named David Back and Caleb Seeks. Some of you guys know those names. And they invited me my freshman year into a life group at that time, a small group. And from there, I was locked in. And I met Eric here during the first few weeks of 6th grade. We go way back. So,
Hi, I'm Eric Drew. I am an account manager at Gordon Food Service. Like Skylar said, graduated in 2016. Skylar and I met in 6th grade. We were actually involved in a small group type setting, a couple boys and girls in like 7th grade. From there, we've just been friends ever since. Through college and campus ministry, we're involved in Young Life a little bit, and through the Image team, we're now marketing team. And it's awesome to see how that thing's developed since we started it. Really cool. And now we've been in a couple of small groups together with our wives for the past 6 years.
My name is Ben Martin. I live in Traverse City with my wife, and we just bought a house up there. And I do coffee importing for work for a company called Ally Coffee, which is kind of a dream job. I met Eric towards the beginning of my time in college, and he would pour into me at various CM events, and eventually we were neighbors in downtown Grand Rapids, and he would always have me and my roommates over, and we would study the Word together, and he would really pour into me at that time. I'm thankful for that. Then I met Dawson because his older brother is one of my best friends.
Hi, my name is Dawson, and I am a youth pastor at Saddleback Church in Lake Forest, California. I was poured into by Ben Martin after being introduced to him by my brother Tanner, and I met Brock from the moment he was born.
I feel like brotherhood is like the main definition of discipleship, so that's got to count for something. As was stated, that's Dawson. I've known him for a very long time. My name is Brock. I live in Grand Rapids here with my wife, who I just got married to 4 weeks ago. So thank you so much. It's not about us, though, tonight, so I appreciate the applause. But so I work for Meyer. I've been there for 3 years. I'm an associate buyer there. And then I ended up meeting Landon Clausing during college. He came back from studying abroad, and I swear he knocked on my door when I was living downtown with a bunch of college buddies, and he said, "We need to hang out. I've got to know more about this God guy." And so we just started spending time together, and I also went to the finance club at Grand Valley, which apparently is like anointed, so hallelujah for that. But we started spending time there, and I'll pass it to him.
Hey y'all, my name is Landon Clausing. I am a private equity associate here in Nashville, Tennessee. I was poured into by Brock Rubin the moment I stepped into the well my sophomore year, and other CM events throughout the year and years going after that as well. I met Chris Valaire during a spring break trip in 2022 that I was leading, and we even continue our relationship to this day.
Yeah, my name is Chris Valaire. I'm a financial advisor here in Grand Rapids, and as Landon mentioned, he was super involved in Seedman IPO, the anointed finance club, as Brock Rubin puts it. Can we get a quote of that, maybe? But Landon was just such a mentor, and is really just like a big brother figure to me, and like I'm even more, like he's not in the room, but I'm so grateful for everything that guy has done and taught me. Like, seriously, he's the big brother I never had. And thankfully, through our relationship through Seedman IPO, he really encouraged us being a leader amongst leaders, and that allowed me to meet Justin Farish through Seedman IPO, and then the spring break trip that I led that he was on, and really blessed to call him one of my best friends.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. As alluded to a second ago, I met Chris through IPO and the spring break trip, but Chris has been an influential part of my life. One of my best friends. Have learned a ton from him, so super, super grateful for him. And then I met Preston in 3rd grade and is now my roommate.
Hi, I'm Preston Nichols. I'm in my 3rd year at Grand Valley. I'm studying to be a math teacher, and I'm going to share a little of my story and kind of how I got here. So I grew up not in a Christian household. My parents believed, but never took me to church, so it kind of made it hard to understand what it meant to have a relationship with God. My junior year, I started dating this girl, and we, blatantly honest, just kind of had a shared belief of atheism. And in March, that relationship ended. And that relationship was going on for almost 4 years, so that brought me to probably one of the lowest points of my life. I was depressed, anxious all the time. I couldn't sleep at night. And this exact time that this breakup was going on, as it was stated earlier, Justin and Jordan were coming back from their spring break trip, and I kind of took notice of the joy and peace that was just kind of going on in their lives when they gave their lives to God. And they were not shy about sharing that with me, even though knowing my beliefs. And one day I was sitting just before practice, getting ready to practice, and I texted our group chat that I was going to try campus ministry with them that Sunday. And that was probably the best decision I've ever made, because that service changed my life. When I was at the service, it just filled me with the joy and peace that I've never experienced in my life, and God made his presence known that day. And since that day, I've been strengthening my relationship with God on a daily basis and just meeting a bunch of people through CM, and I am now a part of campus ministry's leadership. I'm on the well team, and yeah, none of this would have been possible without the grace of God, and this is why we worship.